So Sam and I are at the grocery store here. We are going to go in and do our great big once a month grocery shop. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get everything, but we are right now in the middle of like this supposed meat shortage, I guess. So I am interested to see what we're actually going to be able to find. I'm Jennifer and this is A Country Life, and there's Sam right there. So we're going into Aldi and it's really, really windy today. Lock it. Everything cold is going to be to the cooler, yep. Okay, so we made it out of there. I think that was just about $500, not quite. Almost $500. If this is the first time to my channel, then this might be of interest to you. We have 5 kids who are living at home right now, and so my grocery budget for the month is $700. I always take with me right around $500 or so, maybe a little bit less for my first great big once a month grocery shop trip, and then I just split up whatever I have left for the remainder of the month. And so yeah, we're gonna head into Walmart. There's really only about 5, I think, things that are grocery wise that we need on our list here, and then I am also going to do my great big once a month Walmart grocery shop as well, which includes all of like the household goods that we need, so batteries and toilet paper. I did get some of that at Aldi, and I will, when I get home, I'll figure that all out and I'll take that money from the Walmart budget and put it back into the grocery budget. I kind of do a little swap when I get home with all of that. But and for Walmart, I always set aside, and it's not just Walmart, but that's the store that's open in our town, so that's where I go for this kind of thing. It's $200 for the month, and that's going to be for all that kind of just like household cleaning and yeah, all the personal hygiene, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to head into Walmart, see what we can find. That took a long time at Aldi.
Yes, it did.
And it just took, I think it took us just as long to load it as it did to shop for it. Okay, so we are home now, and boy, did it take a long time to unload. And well, not the unloading, because Warren and Sam and everybody was helping, but oh my gosh, it took a long time to get all this set up. I did have a lot of help from Peter, and so he helped me set up, but we have food there and on chairs, and over there on chairs, and over here on chairs, and over here on chairs. So let me just first tell you that my absolute total for all of the food that I bought today was $462.46, which I think is really, really good for the amount of stocking up that I wanted to do. Let's get right to this. The very first thing I want to show you is that I did pick up a family size Neapolitan ice cream. Now, when you were a kid, did you used to call this Napoleon? I always called it Napoleon ice cream. Anyway, nobody ever corrected me. And then one day I learned to read and I realized it says Neapolitan. Okay, so I did pick up some ice cream. Now I'm going to get over here to the meat, and brace yourself because I do feel like I spent a lot of money on meat. I bought some very, in my, again, my own opinion here, some expensive cuts of meat and expensive types of meat, but I have all of the basics in the freezer. And meat processing plants have been shutting down, and there's just been a lot of talk about that, and it shows in the grocery store. I'm sure that you guys have seen the like plastic curtains that they have over the meat sections at the grocery stores, just blocking off all these different areas, like all of the fresh beef, all fresh chicken, completely gone at Aldi today. They did have, you'll see some frozen chicken and beef options, but absolutely nothing in the fresh department. Walmart was very, very similar. I just walked by it. I didn't take a long look, but very, very similar. Okay, so what did I get for my $464? I did pick up 2 of these, I think these are 10 counts, or are they 12 counts? I don't even know. 12. These are 2 12-count beef burger patties. I'd like to save the beef, the ground beef that I do have, which actually might only be 1 pack, for other things. You know, that and my ground venison, I would prefer to use that in things like spaghetti and meatloaf and making things like that. And if we're going to do burgers, just purchase these burgers now that I'm getting low on the other meat. And those are like almost $10 a pack. I did pick up 2 of these Italian sausages. Again, just because they had it and the limit was 2. I don't have any big plans for this, but it'll probably turn into like a breakfast hash. Now that we've been having to do home church, the only nice thing about that, I guess, you know, the silver lining in that is that we've been having really big breakfasts right after church, and we've all been really, really enjoying that. I got 3 of these things of baby back pork ribs. These I think were $7.99 a piece. So again, a lot of money for meat. Warren's been asking for pork ribs, and in, you know, just in the world we live in right now, it's hard to get that on takeout. Okay, Sam. And then, I mean, we're 30 minutes at that would be the shortest that we would have to try to drive to get it. Anyway, I don't need to explain myself, but that's what I got. And then I did hear something about, now that we got some rain this week, something about having a fire this weekend, and I thought these stadium brats and cheddar brats would work really nice for that. Talking about breakfasts, I did stock up on with 4 of these little 10-count packs. These have gone up to $1.05 at Aldi. I do have plans to make some fish sandwiches, and I thought that these little fish fillets would work for that. You know, if you put like a little mayo on the bun and then tomato and lettuce, you could season the mayo with a little garlic powder or something. That's really, really good. So that is something that is on my list to do as well. Okay, sticking with the meat here, I did pick up 3 packs of hot dogs. On my list, I think I had 4. I don't know why I just got 3, but that's what I did. We always go with the beef franks. They are more expensive. They're like $2.69 or something for 1 pack versus, I think, 99 cents for the other hot dogs, but we all just prefer these better. And with these, I'm going to do a lunch of beans and weenies one day, and then I also have earmarked one of the times when we do hamburgers on the grill, I'll also make 1 pack of hot dogs. Maria prefers hot dogs over hamburgers, and so then that way I can actually get some meat into her. Okay, and then it's not just the meat, it's actually the protein I'm trying to get into her. And then also 2 packs, there was maybe about 6 of these left at Aldi. I got 2 of these boneless pork chops. I'll probably season those. I've done it a number of times now. I season them with like some breadcrumbs and then something else, kind of like a shore lunch mix. I think it's Zatarain's is the brand. Then I deep fry those, like kind of a pan deep fry. Super, super good. They make a delicious sandwich. And then tonight for supper, we're actually going to have pizza. I picked up 3 of these. I don't know if we'll have to make all 3 of these. Amber isn't home, so there's only 6 of us, so I'm sure I'm not going to have to make all of these. But I got 3 of those from Aldi, and then Sam and I scored huge on this baby. This was the last Portesi pizza that they had at Walmart. So happy to find this. This is Warren's absolute favorite. And so, yes, Jessica, if you're watching, don't go to Walmart to get your Portesi because I bought the last one. Sorry. And I think I say this too every single time. This says real bacon bits, so I put it with the meat over here. I like to top my salads with those. I also like to throw those in eggs sometimes too. And then this was my option for chicken today at Aldi. This was it. All natural, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So that's what I got. 2 packs of those. So before I show you my 4 packs of bacon here, 4 pounds of bacon, I'm just going to give you a quick little rundown of some of the things that, like some of the menu items that I'm going to be doing the next couple, 3 weeks here. I am going to be making some chicken and rice hot dish. I do have a video linked. I did that in a freezer meal probably a couple summers ago already. That is really, really good, and you'll see I got like all of the ingredients to do that, and that includes those chicken breasts I just showed you. I just made a beef roast earlier this week, and it actually, boy, Warren really, really loved it. I finally got enough salt in it. I think that was the key. I had read somewhere recently that if you're doing a roast, it's about 1 pound of meat to 1 teaspoon of salt. I couldn't bring myself to put 5 teaspoons of salt in, but I think I might have gone somewhere around 4 teaspoons, and it actually had really, really, really good flavor. So I'm going to do a roast again in the next couple of weeks. I also want, I have Salisbury steaks on here, but I had all the ingredients, so we actually made those last night for supper. And then I have 2 boxes already in the pantry of those little like dehydrated potato slices, the scallop potatoes that they have at Aldi's. And I have some ham, so I'm going to do scallop potatoes and ham one night. I have the fish sandwiches on here. I want to make a slow cooker Mexican chili, is it called? No, Mexican soup. That's a Pioneer Woman recipe in the, I think it's her Come and Get It cookbook. So I do have that earmarked to make. That'll be used. I think I'll be using some of this chicken with that. And then also I already mentioned to you hamburgers and hot dogs. And when I do that, I'd really like to make some baked potatoes and then make like broccoli with a little cheese sauce over top of it to put over the baked potato. I think that sounds really, really good. And if I made that for just a meal by itself, that would not go over very well, although it would be fine for me. Sprinkle a little bacon on there too. That would be great. But I thought if I'm already having hamburgers and hot dogs, then that would be a great side. I'd be very happy with that, and everyone else would be happy with the meat. Those are a few of the meals I have planned for the upcoming weeks. Now, I did pick up 4 packs of bacon, and I keep saying I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook bacon up ahead of time and then keep it in the freezer between like wax paper in a Ziploc bag. We just seem to burn through the bacon before I even get a chance to do that. I did get 2 things of tuna. That's for Amber. She likes to take that to work. I think she mixes some mayo and then either sweet relish or dill relish, I'm not sure which, and a little Dijon mustard or something. I don't know. I'm not a tuna fan, but she likes it and does something with it. Here's some ham. I have a little turkey in the fridge. I do have earmarked to do maybe some club sandwiches again. That really went over well the last time I did it. Everyone liked it. Thought it'd be kind of fun to do that again. I do have 2 of these little cans here of the flaky biscuits. I saw Tiffany in her last Sunday prep video, or the one that we collabed on. She did these donuts, and I thought my kids would love those after church on a Sunday. If I remember right, she used the flaky ones so that you can kind of like peel them apart, and each biscuit actually ends up making 2 donuts. So we're going to give that a try. And then 2 of these little tubes of the crescent rolls. I don't have anything particularly planned to do with those. There's a few things that I like to do with them though. One is I like to wrap them around hot dogs and make like pigs in a blanket, so that would be a potential. And then another potential would be to make like a cream cheese filling with a little bit of fruit, wrap that up and bake that as kind of like, again, sort of a little dessert-y breakfast. Did I say that right? Kind of like a little dessert-y breakfast. Okay, Sam asked for these. He was the one that went in shopping with me today, which was great because this took forever to load. I would have probably still been in town. So we got 1 beef and 1 chicken of the taquitos. I don't think all of the kids actually like these. They think they're a little too spicy. That's all right. We can have this and then something else for lunch. You know, some like fresh vegetables, or they can have some applesauce, bread and butter. They'll be good with that. I did pick up 1 thing of ketchup. That's probably not going to be enough for the month. I should have gotten a second one. I should say that the food that I buy here in my once a month grocery haul, I try to buy the foods that we're not going to just eat up all right away. And that's why I don't spend all of the money at once, because there's always things that I find I need as the month goes on. And so that is, yeah, that's how I do it. I did get a Parmesan cheese. Again, I didn't have anything earmarked. I just saw it and I'm like, it seems like I always want Parmesan cheese for something. So I picked it up. I got some feta cheese to add to salads. The tomatoes did not look good, so I didn't get like cherry tomatoes, but I thought cherry tomatoes and cucumbers with some kind of an Italian vinaigrette like dressing with some feta cheese. I thought that sounded like a great lunch. Picked up some sour cream to go with, I'm sure at some point we'll have tacos also to go with that soup, and some cottage cheese because that's something that, you know, Warren and Peter and I love cottage cheese. The cream cheese, because there are 2 recipes that you guys have been requesting that I link someplace or type out someplace, and it's there, it's in my head. I want to do it, but I just keep putting it off, and I just get sidetracked with other things. One of them is the little mini cheesecakes that I was going to make for Emily's baby shower, but that had to sadly be canceled. But I made them for Easter, and those went over so well, and you guys asked for that recipe. Sorry for the lighting there. There we go. And you guys asked for that recipe, so I bought the 3 packs of cream cheese that it takes to make those. So be watching for that recipe. And in that same video, I'm going to make another recipe, and I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Sam picked out some Baby Bells. It seems like him and Amber really, really like those. And last time we were at the grocery store, I had a very, very limited amount of money. And Amber's like, can we get Baby Bells? I'm like, you know, it's not on the list, but today it could be. So she'll be happy. Sam was happy. Picked up another Parmesan cheese like that because we were just out. I have a recipe that takes some kind of white wine. I can't even remember what the recipe is now, but I picked that up for that recipe. A whole bunch of cheese. We like cheese a lot. I do like to shred my own cheese, and so I do have just a mixture here of 10 of these little half-pound packs, so 5 pounds of cheese. Mozzarella, Colby Jack, pepper jack, just all the cheeses. Peter has been liking to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but he does not like, I have 2 kinds of home canned jellies right now. One is a cranberry preserves, which is a very, very chunky preserve that he just doesn't really like the whole cranberries. He likes it when I strain it anyway. And then the blackberry, he also is not a fan of that. And so I picked up some strawberry here to tide us over until we can maybe go strawberry picking this year. I hope we can do that. Here is the cherry pie filling for those mini cheesecakes. I got 2 apple juices over here. Those I'm actually going to have to hide because those will be gone in a couple days if I don't hide them. I really wanted just some plain old shredded mozzarella for some cheese fries that we're going to make one night, but they didn't have any of that. So I just picked up this. And the reason I did this rather than shred my own, just to save time, because I know that when I make those, it's usually kind of a time crunch, and so I just wanted the shredded. I did get some provolone and Colby Jack, more provolone and pepper jack, all just the basics. We can put those, turn our hamburgers into cheeseburgers, put those on our club sandwiches, really whatever we like. A couple orange juices. Now the date on these, actually June 7th. Oh, that's my birthday. And this one also June 7th. So what I'll do is I'll just probably tuck these away out in the garage fridge as well so that we don't drink those all right away. Let's turn around here. I did get 4 pounds of butter. I had Sam go through the line and I went through the line. This is not enough at all. And then I forgot to get more of it at Walmart. I can't believe that. They had increased the limit of eggs from 2 to 3. And so Sam and I each went through and got 3 dozen of eggs. And then with the 4 or 5 eggs that we get every day from our chickens right now, I figured that that will kind of sustain us. I typically would buy 10 dozen eggs, that should sustain us for quite a while. Warren actually had gone into town the other day and picked up 6 gallons of milk. So I just got 2 more to kind of fill in for that, because we've of course already drank probably a couple gallons. Now for canned goods, I just got a whole variety. Some of these I bought just because I saw them and I know that they can be used in recipes. I don't always stick exactly to my list because it's really, really hard to put together, or not hard, but it's time consuming to put together a perfect list for an entire month worth of groceries. But I do know the types of things that we eat, and I know kind of a lot of things that go into recipes that I tend to make. And so when I'm going through the grocery store, especially when I'm at Aldi and everything is kind of just like pretty much always the same, I can just go down the aisles and just go, oh, I know I need this and I know I need this, and it just is kind of, and it just works for me. So not everything here is earmarked for a recipe, but I do have a whole variety here of diced tomatoes, plain and diced basil, garlic, and oregano. They were limiting, just about all the canned goods were a limit of 4. And at one point I had picked up something, oh I know, the mandarins here, and Sam's like, well, if you're gonna get 2, you might as well get 4 if that's the limit, you know, that's shopping with a teenage boy. And then I did pick up a couple things of, what is that, refried beans, and some of this Aldi Rotel, I guess diced tomatoes with green chilies, 4 cans of olives, 1 tomato paste. Again, there's like 2 recipes I think that call for 1 little scoop of tomato paste. So I got that. I already showed you the mandarin oranges, 4 cans of pork and beans. We put those with lunches a lot just to kind of add on to a lunch. And then 4 cans of cut green beans. And then I did get 2 each. Oh, I got 3 each of cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. They were out of the Fit and Active, which is what I usually get there, but I just made do and got what they had. Some Hellmann's real mayonnaise. I do pay extra for this because I just think that this is a little bit better than the Aldi brand, although when it's mixed in something, I don't think anybody notices. The brown gravy packets, they finally had some of these, which I was tickled to find because everywhere is still out of beef granules. Today I could get like a more of that sticky beef soup base, but as for granules or beef bouillon cubes, completely out still at Walmart. And powdered milk, they're still completely out of that. I got my favorite coconut creamer. You guys, this is seriously the best creamer. When Warren brings me a cup of coffee in the morning, I can almost smell this from like 2 rooms over. I just know that that's what's in it. It's just lovely. Okay, some Italian seasoned croutons. I have a little bit of that in the pantry. I don't think that's going to sustain us for a month, but I don't know. That was just what I grabbed. A couple things of marinara sauce. Peter has been asking for lasagna. And last night I made Salisbury steak. When I told him that I was making that, he was like, "Oh, is that with gravy?" I said, "Yes." And I said, "Oh, Peter, do you like..." I said, "You haven't been liking anything that I make lately." And he's like, "Well, could you make some lasagna once in a while?" So I'm going to do that. That's not a huge family favorite, but we'll survive for one meal every 6 months or so of lasagna. Okay, and then some corn tortillas. I am going to be making a Pioneer Woman recipe. Let me pull out my little menu thing here again and show you some more of the recipes that I have planned. So this King Ranch chicken is what these are going to go into, and that is a Pioneer Woman recipe. I haven't ever made it, but I just earmarked it the other day thinking that would be kind of fun to try. And I would like to make a beef roast and season it more for like Philly cheesesteaks, and then slice the meat real thin with you know, all the fixings for cheesesteaks, for Philly cheesesteaks. That day we'd also make some homemade mac and cheese. You'll see I have like the noodles and things for that. And then I do have brats and tater tots and roasted sweet potatoes for one meal. I have the sweet potatoes already on hand, so we'll probably have that meal coming up soon here. Warren has been asking if I could make some plain chicken noodle soup. I think the last 2 times, guys, I made my spicy chicken noodle. And although he likes that, he really would prefer just plain old chicken noodle. Yeah, I have that earmarked. Here's the cheese fries. We'll do that with a big salad. I'd like to make some barbecue venison, which when I say that, I just mean I'm going to use ground venison or deer burger. And I really like the Pioneer Woman recipe for barbecue. That is really, really good. We'll have pork and beans, and I might bring myself to make some potato salad. It feels so tedious all the time, but man, do we love it so much. So I might do that. And then I have a ton of soup bones, beef soup bones in the freezer. And so I also had earmarked that I might do some beef vegetable soup. And then I'd like to try the whole wheat rolls that Tiffany made at Large Family Loves. Okay, Sam's here. Got some new shorts at Walmart today. Those are pretty cool. Thanks.
Yep.
You guys could put the pizzas in maybe. And, oh, I even have another list here. I also earmarked that maybe we'd have some BLTs. I have the barbecue pork ribs and baked potato, some fried chicken sandwiches if I have chicken left. Pepper steak would be a good one, and the club sandwiches. So those are all just like recipes and ideas that I came up with for the month, and I kind of shopped based on a lot of that. I picked up, I think I have 8 loaves of bread. Joseph absolutely loves having toast for breakfast. I'm not sure if it's because we seem to always be out of graham crackers lately, but he's kind of switched to cinnamon sugar toast. And here are the hamburger buns for obviously hamburgers, and then for barbecue at some point. And I have one of each hamburger and hot dog in the freezer still. Got the hot dog buns for this weekend if we do that campfire. Strawberries were, I think they were just $1.89, which for our area is actually a good price for this time of year here, and they looked really, really good. I think we're going to cut some of those up for supper here. Grapes always are filthy, but those were also on sale. I picked up those. And then the muskmelon, I think, was only $1.99 today, which was a better price than it has been lately. Oranges were $3.49. I did get 2 bags of oranges. The last 2 bags, Warren blew through those so fast. I couldn't believe how many oranges he was eating. What?
The oven's heated to 425.
Yeah.
Use it for 400.
That's okay. It doesn't matter.
For a little bit lower time.
Yeah. And you could probably try to put in a couple of those pizzas at once, maybe?
Well, the protest is in right now, and then yeah, I could probably do 2 of these at a time.
I see. Okay.
So that takes up the whole rack.
Okay. And then I did get 3 bunches of bananas here and a thing of the pears. Joseph loves to have pears, and so I picked those up. The kids have really been getting into kiwi lately. And so I got another thing of kiwi. Sometimes I can buy one of these and it seems like it just lasts forever because they don't want to eat them. But lately, lots and lots. Okay, so it is time to make some Moscow mules. And I wanted fresh limes for that, so I picked up those. Fresh lemons, again, I don't think I needed... Ooh, there is like a fly in my lemon. I don't like that at all. 2 grapefruit. These did not look good to me at all, but Sam was like, oh, I really, really want grapefruit. I'm like, well, all right, let's go with it. So we did that. And then 3 pouches of these sweetened dried cranberries. And I did 4 of the unsweetened apple sauces. So my plan for these would be to just bring out 1 a week. I'm going to have to put those aside, otherwise they're going to want to eat those right away. Now for the veggies. This made me laugh when I was putting it out because I was like, I got every single green vegetable that I think they sold at Aldi. I got 1 pack of this romaine hearts. I got 2 heads of lettuce. This just seems to last a lot longer than the bag lettuce. And so I know it's a little more time consuming, but it does last a lot longer. Got some broccoli. This is the broccoli that, maybe this is for the potatoes, I was thinking when I do the broccoli and cheese sauce. Cauliflower, because I love to roast that. Peppers, because I have lots of things that call for peppers. A bag of jalapenos. I think I only needed 1, but we can do something with those. Some asparagus. I would like to try where you wrap a piece of bacon, or maybe it's a half a piece of bacon, I don't remember, just around the asparagus and then put that on the grill. I've never done that, and they finally had thick enough asparagus. I don't like that when they have those little teeny ones. They're like toothpicks. Ugh. Okay, I did get some cucumbers. I feel like I got 2, oh, right here. Got 2 bags of the little baby cucumbers, some more of the colored peppers. I did grab 4 tomatoes to add to salads or something like that, but we will have to eat those up right away. And then some carrots, just 1 2-pound bag. Okay, let's move over here. I have all kinds of carbs now. Some more mashed potatoes, because that enormous box that I picked up from Walmart in the middle of like the crazy, crazy pandemic shopping, I'm just about out of that. And then some 2 boxes of rotini noodles. And again, I don't have anything huge earmarked for some of these noodles, but it has been hard to come by noodles lately. And so I thought if they have them, I'm going to pick them up and just tuck them away in the pantry just to have. I didn't necessarily want the oven-ready lasagna, but that's what Aldi had, so I got it. I got some regular spaghetti here, and then 3 boxes of this macaroni and cheese. The kids have actually been kind of enjoying that. Sometimes they go through spurts where they don't even like this kind of macaroni and cheese, and then other times they like it. Maria was asking for dirty rice, and that has meat in it, and the rice probably has some protein in it. And I was just like, yes, indeed, I will get the mix so that we can have dirty rice. Some regular white rice. Again, I think they were limiting this to just 1 at Aldi, so I thought I better grab a white rice just to make sure I have it. And then here they finally, actually we had to pick this up at Walmart. Aldi was still totally out of ramen. They had some beef, but the kids don't like that. But Sam, he spied this at Walmart. He's like, remember we wanted ramen? I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then we got 4 bags of the semi-sweet chocolate chips. Got the right ones this time. 1 bag of light brown sugar. I do want to kind of perfect making my own brown sugar. We liked it. I actually really liked it. But I did notice that some of the family members noticed that the cookies were a little bit darker and a little more, had a little stronger flavor. And yeah, they just noticed. The cookies still got eaten, but I thought, anyway, I picked up 1 of those. I'm going to work on perfecting regular brown sugar. This is for the other recipe that you guys have been asking for. I think I alluded to this back around Christmas or New Year's, that I was making something called chocolate tort, and it's one of Warren's very, very favoritist desserts. And it starts with a chocolate cake mix, and Cool Whip and pudding and toasted coconut. So when I do the video with the, what are those called? Little mini cheesecakes, I'm also going to incorporate this. So I'm going to make 2 desserts, maybe on the same day, or maybe I'll just make them on different days and put it together in one video. But anyway, those are going to be coming soon. Whoops, this one is brownie mix. I never buy the store-bought brownie mix box or box mix brownies, but Sam had pointed out they come in little bags there. They're called like brownie bites or something at Aldi, and he's like, you know, could you just put brownie mix in a muffin tin and make like little brownie bites. I'm like, I'm sure you could. So I bought that for him so he can make brownies, little mini ones in those little muffin cups. 2 things of flour. They're limiting this at Aldi still. I'm not fond of enriched, bleached white flour from Aldi, but you just cannot get it at Walmart. And I mean, we do have a couple other smaller other grocery stores in town. I just never get to those stores. By the time I've done 2 stores and then run another errand or 2, I'm done in town. Okay, some old-fashioned oats. Again, those have been pretty hard to come by, but they were well stocked today. Sugar is limited to 2. I'm glad that I remembered and got this at Aldi. Sam had to run back when we were actually in the checkout lane. I'm like, oh, we forgot to get sugar. It was on my list, and I was just kind of glancing over it before we left the store. And so I'm glad I did, because when we went to Walmart, they were totally out. It was just like broken, busted open bags all over. And then over here we have some nuts. I got some of these pistachios. I like to have these. You kind of don't eat so much because you feel, you're doing something. It takes time to crack open the nuts. And I like to have those, like if I'm watching the news at night or something. Some peanut butter because we were getting low. Some cashews because we were getting low. Did I say cashews? Cashews. I did get a variety of marshmallows, 2 bags of the big ones and 2 of the minis, in case we have that fire and someone wants to roast a marshmallow. Some peanuts, because we used them all up when we made the cornflake clusters this last weekend, and those of course are long gone. They're just a favorite, and so I thought, why do I go so far in between for making cornflake clusters? They're so easy, and they're so good. We were out of popcorn kernels. We ate all of our popcorn. And yeah, we've just been eating through everything during these times of not grocery shopping as often or not being able to get as much stuff. I did see these. This was just like a last minute splurge, because each one of these little ropes is 0.63 ounces. So it barely even feels like you've had a snack. But anyway, I picked up 2 of those. Sam requested some white cheddar crackers. Over here I have 2 boxes of the pita crackers that Warren loves so much. We did get 1 of these white round tortilla chips. This is going to be for putting on top of that Mexican chicken soup, and then also for having with like salsa or whatever. 2 boxes of vanilla wafers. 1 box is going to be used for making the mini cheesecakes, and then Maria still wants to make peanut butter balls, and every time I buy the vanilla wafers we end up eating them all. And now I have Eggo waffles here. These are Eggo buttermilk waffles, and these are breakfast best homestyle waffles. So these are from Aldi, these are from Walmart, and name brand. Warren's been asking for Eggo. He's like, oh, you should pick up some Eggo waffles sometime. So I don't know if he was just using the word Eggo like we use the word Kleenex, as, it doesn't really matter if it's Kleenex brand. Maybe we buy puffs, but we still call them Kleenex. Or if he just wanted toaster waffles. I didn't know. So we got 1 box from Aldi, and I thought we could compare to see what is better. I did get some frozen potato things here. I got some crinkle cut fries. I know I showed you my menu plan. Those are earmarked for Sunday. And then I got potato puffs here. Basically tater tots. We had some tater tot casserole the other night, and that just usually goes over pretty well with everybody. And so I got another one of those. And then these they never have at Aldi, the diced hash brown potatoes. And I really, really like to use these when I'm making Amber's creamy potato crock pot soup. And I did get 2 of the whipped toppings here. 1 is going to be used on that chocolate torte, and then some mixed vegetables or frozen vegetables, 2 of the California medleys, and 3 of the broccoli florets, and then some cereal and other breakfast items. Some of these I'm going to have to tuck way up high, otherwise they're going to get eaten too fast. But some Honey Nut Cheerios, Warren really likes those, and he prefers the name brand over the like store-bought ones, or the store brand ones. And we definitely, I'm just going to let you guys know, back when I bought those boxes of cereal for $1 at Dollar Tree, Ugh, they were horrible. At least we thought they were. They just tasted, everyone that had a bowl was like, this tastes like a cardboard box. Okay, and then 2 boxes of the Balance, 1 regular, 1 cinnamon. Kids love that so much. This was just a splurge item. I saw it. I'm like, why not? Some Kids Crunch. 2 boxes of regular honey graham crackers. Of course, kids will eat those up in a hurry. And these 2, some toaster tarts, brown sugar. I hope I got the right ones. Yes, frosted brown sugar. Then I also got the frosted strawberry. And then shredded wheat frosted. Joseph has decided that he loves those, and he's not big on cereal. And then crispy rice. And then the last thing here are some oatmeal squares. It was kind of funny because Sam and I were walking through Aldi and we were picking out cereal, and he's like, remember that one time we got those cereals that kind of look like Life, but they've got the Quaker Oats guy on it? And I was like, yeah, oatmeal squares. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what they're called. Every once in a while they'll actually carry those at Aldi. I don't know if you guys have, if you all have noticed that, but sometimes they do. And then we just forgot about it. And we were walking through Walmart, getting the few things there. Ran into a friend, hi Misty, and she had these in her cart. I was like, oh Sam, is that the cereal you wanted? He's like, yeah. So then we went back and got some of those. Okay, so that's everything for this grocery haul. I am going to film a little bit later here. Well, maybe I'll just do it for you guys right now. What do you think? Do you want that? Let me just take you over here quick. I thought maybe I'd put this in a different video because this one might start to get a little too long, but let's just do it really fast. I needed some toilet paper. I shouldn't say need, but if I'm buying for the whole month, I'm going to need some by the time the month ends. Needed some feminine hygiene products. Been buying those from Aldi. They've been working very well. Aldi had these slow cooker liners again, and so I picked up one box. I couldn't remember how many I had at home, but I thought one should get me through for a little bit. A box of aluminum foil, some freezer bags, and then we were getting very low on our paper towel. Again, I like to buy for the whole month, so although I probably won't actually run out of what I have for another week or 2, I picked this up to have it. I got some Tide Sport. Could not believe that I found this. This has been out for like 6 weeks at Walmart in the big jug, but I finally got that. And then I picked up some Listerine for well, for anybody who wants Listerine. I got that at Aldi. These are the only paper plates that they had at Aldi this time. I'm not sure if you saw my last haul video, but I happened to notice that the little bit heavier duty plates were a little bit less per plate than these are. And so I got those, and everybody else must have figured that out at the same time because they were all gone. So this time I got these. I was getting close to needing some tumble, what are these, dryer sheets, and I don't know, just said Laundry Fresh Tumble. So I picked those up, smelled good. We needed some AA batteries. Oh no, Peter, don't be looking at that. Kids and batteries.
I only need 2 for my radio headphones.
Okay, only 2. And then a couple cards. I'm not going to show those right now because they might be watching. And then I also did get one of these dishwasher packs. Again, this is just to add. I put it underneath the one that I have in there already so that I don't run out by the end of the month. Okay, I'm popping this little video clip in because when we were putting everything away, I found another bag of Walmart stuff. And so I did get some of this Whole Blends smoothing shampoo, and honestly, the only reason I got this is because it smells so good. I want summer so bad, and I love that smell of like coconut oil and the old time suntan oil, and that's what this smells like. I picked up some Batiste dry shampoo because you know, during one of these other grocery shop times, everything was out and I had to pick up a different brand. Actually, Amber picked it up for me and I don't like it at all. I think it's Dove or Pantene. All I know is both those brands have not been good. So I went back to my trusty old Batiste for dry shampoo, and then we needed some of these little Dixie cups. I'm not fond of these plastic ones. I do like the paper better, but these were a lot less expensive, and the way the kids are burning through those plastic or those little Dixie cups, I wanted to go cheap. And then I also picked up some packing tape just because we were out, and I picked up 3. I want to wash that out. I think there was some ice cream. Hey Joe, just a second. And then I did pick up the last thing I picked up here were 3 address books. Emily has been borrowing my address book a lot, and so I wanted to put together an address book for her, and I figured I should put one together for Nick. And then mine is completely falling apart, and I know I'm risking losing pages, so I want to put together another one for me. Peter also got some new shoes. Nope, we don't want to see those dirty feet. Let's find him. We gotta get through the house. Okay, put him down on the floor. And nice. So we got him some new.
Mom,
it already is wearing off. Well, what are you doing, Maria? Saying hello too. Okay, so yep, we got some of these for Peter today. And then Sam also got some new clothes. Sam, are you wearing any of your new clothes right now?
Stop.
My shorts.
Oh yeah, we saw those. And then I also bought Sam an outfit. It is a pair of gray shorts, very much like those black and white check ones, but they're just solid gray. And then he got the shirt there. I think it's sort of like a pinkish peach with gray palm trees or something on it. And he thought,
whoever's watching.
yes, and he thought that would make a good church outfit. So, okay, if church, or not if, but when church opens up again. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say goodbye. We're gonna eat our pizza, and I love you, Maria, too. You guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.